Hi all, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks to the new subscribers and thanks you guys for being patient while I get settled in. And as most of you know now, I have moved and I appreciate your patience. There's so much that I want to be teaching and posting, and that will come soon. I just need a little time to acclimate here. So what I wanted to do today is I want to share with you 2019 predictions, my predictions, what I've downloaded, what I know so far. I feel like this is going to be a really intense year of just manifestations, dreams come true, up-leveling, more up-leveling, but not the same intensity that we have felt in the past 2 years, meaning not the heaviness, not the sadness. We're really just moving forward this year. So without even looking at planetary aspects, I'm going to just talk generally about energy. So stay tuned for that. I just want to give you a couple of reminders. There are a couple of things up on the website now. So if you are a coaching client or if you've thought about doing soul coaching with me to help you facilitate some of the healing work and clear the blocks, I still have the 3 for 2 special up. So you can book 3 appointments for the price of 2, and we can carry those out through December and January. That's up on the website, as well as I am offering this year holiday gift certificates. Now, the reason why I'm doing it is because so many of you do send me referrals, and they do come from outside the twin flame community. You send me your mothers, your sisters, your brothers. I've worked with people's friends. There's a lot of that occurs with my clients. So if any of you have been thinking about like, hey, I've got someone in my life who's been awakening, and maybe they, or they need a reading, like you feel like they're at that crossroads, this would be a great gift for them for the new year. So basically what I'm doing is if you purchase a intuitive guiding session as a gift certificate, then you receive a session yourself. So an hour gift certificate would be a half-hour session for you. A half-hour gift certificate would be a 15-minute reading for you. Okay, so that is up on the website as well, and those are available now. They will be digital, or like a PDF gift certificate that you can print out and personalize. Okay, so but it will look nice, and you'll be able to present it as a gift, or you can email it to the person if you prefer. So that's there on theilluminedguru.com. Check that out. Today is Wednesday. This is when we have our Vibe Up call. So my online platform for high vibrational living, all my online courses. We have a community that's being built. It's growing and growing and growing. And every Wednesday we do a group call. And for those of you who haven't checked out Vibe Up yet, please do. It's ivyupcom. And we have these amazing group calls. We talk about twin flame stuff. We talk about ascension journey. We talk about what's going on in our lives. They're support calls. And each week we focus on different things, what's relevant in our lives at the time. Sometimes I throw out topics. It's really, really great. And you get to mesh with other high vibrational beings. A lot of people on the call are really, really, let's say, gifted in their own right. So oftentimes you get, readings from other people. You get the support from a really high vibrational group. So, all right, so let's talk a little bit about 2019. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. Okay, so as we go into winter solstice, which I will be back for the winter solstice and the full moon report towards month end. That's a really important one, very important and very important. All the changes that we're making at this time, especially between now and winter solstice, are so important. I feel like once we get into winter solstice, we'll have slept into, I don't know if you can see the goosebumps. Here they come. Oh my goodness. Can you see my hair standing up? We'll have slipped into a groove. That's what it feels like. It's been feeling like that for a while. Okay, so what does it mean to slip into a groove? Like the way they're showing it to me is like, it's a different compartment. It's a different space. It's like you're kind of in there from winter solstice through like February, March. And that is a really important one. So it's really important what you do to get set up between now and winter solstice. And once you're in winter solstice, for most of the collective, we're going to be working on some really important things. That's why I've kept encouraging you to think about the work that you want to be developing. in my most recent newsletter, I ask you to think about what is the version of your best self look like, and can you idealize that? Like truly idealize it. Sometimes we're not supposed to idealize things, but can you idealize it so much that you're able to actually visualize what that feels and looks like? Not where we're attached to it and holding on unhealthily, but where we can just truly see it, so without attachment, so that we can step into it. That's going to be important at this time, as well as knowing the work that you want to do over this winter, or over this next season. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. You guys, if I sniff, I'm sorry. And raspy still. So the work that we have ahead of us is setting up the manifestations. So I had an amazing synchronicity sign this morning, and I shared it with you all on Instagram and Facebook. So if you don't follow, please check it out. It's awesome. It was I have just moved, right? So you know, when you're moving, you're reshuffling around your documents and your files and your stuff. And so I reorganized my closet and even threw some different things in my desk drawer. Well, actually, I'll show you guys. So you can look on social media, but what had happened was I had put this this spiritual folder in my drawer, and without showing you the whole thing, at the bottom, all I saw when I opened the drawer this morning was that it says arrivals begin now. And I thought, wow, that's not just for me, that's for the collective. They're saying our manifestations, what we're doing right now, is contributing to those manifestations that are really going to be popping, it feels like, in March, starting in March of 2019. So that means the work that we're doing, I mean, cool things, synchronicities are happening now. Like that's there's no doubt about that. But a lot of what we're working on right now, like the arrivals are coming in the spring. Like spring is arrival time. So it's really important that you're focused right now, that you've eliminated your distractions, that you have cut ties with things that have been weighing you down, that you are now in your own energy field and aligned with yourself, because that's what's going to set you up for the success and fulfillment that you're desiring and that you've been desiring. And many of you have made those changes and are making those changes. So you're extricating yourself from things, people, places, energies that were holding you down. This is huge. This means new life. Hello. Now, it's not going, you're going to see, arrivals begin now. Okay. So that's the message. Arrivals do begin now, but we're going to see the bigger manifestations come in March, April, and May of next year. And even for some of you, right through the eclipses in August. So what does that mean? That means that you can actually uplift your highest timelines right now. It's what you're doing behind the scenes. This means that you've got to be focused. You've got to be working on the things that you want to develop, nurture. That means being it already. So if you have this vision that's like out there, like, you know, I feel like I'm supposed to be, let's just say, for example, I feel like I'm supposed to be, you know, writing that book or whatnot. Then you need to be sitting down every day and working on it, thinking about it, brainstorming, you know, chipping away at it, baby steps, but being the writer every day. Let's say you see yourself being like a YouTuber, like this, like having a channel. Well, then start posting small little videos every day in the vein of what you want to be doing. You don't have to have it all perfected yet, but they're saying start acting like you're already it. That's the key to manifestation. Start being it, start living it, start breathing it, start visualizing it. Okay, without the attachment, without introducing resistance, just, hey, I'm going to put myself out there. Hey, I'm going to take this baby step. Hey, I'm going to live this today. That's how you're going to anchor in these timelines. This isn't just for our small manifestations. For many, it feels like by March, April, May of next year, this is the big love. These are the big dreams. This is huge. You don't have to go small with what you're thinking of. Nor do you have to put a lot of willful energy into what you're doing. They're showing me like this is quite effortless. This is just like, I know what I need to do. I'm going to focus. I'm going to be it. I'm going to live it. I'm going to practice it. And it's just going to come. Like, it's that easy. But you've got to focus, and you've got to be it, and you've got to not put the resistance in the way. So how do you stop yourself from putting resistance in the way? Become aware of where you doubt yourself. Become aware of where you have distractions or attachments that need to be eliminated. Prioritize self as first. Prioritize your projects as first, whether that be mission-based projects, creative projects. If you are, okay, so the other thing that came through yesterday was the archangels interrupted me while I was writing my extended forecast. And I say interrupted, but I mean that with complete gratitude, because I'm so happy that they did. They were pulling at me and they said, hey, you need to insert this into your forecast. So I'm going to read it to you, okay? Those of you who aren't on my email list, you probably didn't receive this, but you can subscribe. I send these out 3 times a month, new moon, full moon, and the monthly forecast. This was the channeled message, though. Okay. So this is also talking about twin flames, unions, meeting divine partners, the work we're supposed to do. So this here it is. They say pairing is a process. Twin flame couples uniting at this time will forge harmonious unions. Those leaving karmic partners will be free to couple with divine partners in the new year. Romance is in the air for the start of 2019. Fall in love with your divine self, and that is how this merge pairing coupling will come to be in the 3D. April 2019 will be a pivotal month for merges and unions. Allow things to unfold naturally. Do not rush the process. 3D separations are for you. If you are single, begin coupling with yourself. This is how it is accomplished. We gave Kimberly the word accomplish for a reason. And I had mentioned the word accomplish earlier in my forecast. And I was like, why am I don't like that word. I'm not using that word typically because I'm not focused on goals or results. So they're saying, we gave Kimberly the word accomplish for a reason. Listen to her message, for she is shining the light for many. Stop focusing on getting it done and enjoy your process. Remember, pairing is a process. And that's how this started out. That's the first thing they said, is pairing is a process. Accomplishing is not something you set out to do. It's something that you realize once you reach the other side. You must unite with self first. You must fall in love with that process. You are never alone. Loneliness is a void that only you can fill. Utilize your magic to create fulfillment. Your gifts are plenty. There is much waiting to be tapped into. You are talented. Tap into your reserve. Like wine that gets better with age, your gifts are ready to shine. Fill your glass so you can then pour for others. You have the wisdom and all that you need to set forth on your mission. Soon you will understand fulfillment in a new way, and your definition of love will shift too. And I feel like what they're saying, and your definition of success will shift too. So those definitions, success, love, fulfillment, they're all shifting in 2019. And it's because manifestation is easier. It's more fluid. It's more rapid. You're taking the resistance out of the way. So that was the point that led me into this, was, talking about mission and the work that you're supposed to be doing and focusing on it and being it and, living it right now in small steps. And that's going to take the resistance out of the way. Just being it, believing it, being it right now in the now. But what they're saying about love is not about, it's not about attaching to some ideal of love or some idea of love or the ideal partner or whatnot. It's really about coupling with yourself. That's how you're going to anchor that in. So the work that you do over these months, December, January, February, March, they're saying it's about falling in love with yourself. The more you do that, the more likely it is you're going to pair up with your divine partner. These are twin flames. These are divine partners you may have not have met yet for some of you. And so that's the work. Doesn't it sound so simple? And what they're showing me is by May 1st or the early May, many are going to be living a completely new reality. And it feels like, pinch me, is this real? And some of this is starting to crystallize now. Like, I feel that where I am, I feel like, oh my God, pinch me, is this real? This is exactly what I've been dreaming of. This is exactly what I've been wanting. And I also, it's opening up the gateway. It's like, it's opening up the horizon. It's opening up the landscape for me to see into the future more, for me to see what I'm supposed to be doing. And I've felt that calling, but before it has felt like a background calling, like it's calling me from the background. Does that make sense? And now I feel like it's all before me, that I can just step right into it. Okay. On our group Vibe Up call last week, we were talking about some of the pushes that we've received to let go of, karmic attachments and things like that. And I was saying that in my move, it has felt like, only take what is essential has been the big sort of message. And that, only take what is essential is not just, it's not literal, right? It's not, I mean, it is literal. I had to throw away some things, give away some things, but it's really about like the relationships, the things that we really want. What do you really want? That's the stuff that should be on your desk, right? In your immediate environment, in your home. Those things, the things that are motivating you, the things that you want to be, the things that you want to become. That's what you need to surround yourself with right now. That hope, that inspiration, that vision board, however it is that you're viewing it. Begin to write it down, begin to create that vision board, begin to put it around you, begin to surround yourself with it. That's going to help you manifest quicker as well. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So April, they're saying a lot of chance meetings. April, a lot of chance meetings. They're showing me tulips. They're showing me the flowers coming up. They're showing me, this is, Northern Hemisphere. I don't know where you are in the world, everyone who's watching, but they're showing me April. They're saying April showers bring May flowers. That's that old, sort of proverb that we have here in the U.S. And April showers bring May flowers. May flowers, tulips coming up. The seeds are budding. This chance meetings, they're saying chance meetings, April. So that's interesting. So spring, after the spring equinox, that's when it's going to start blooming. And you're going to have tremendous, like, whoa, like celebrating, whoa, oh my gosh, it's all happening at once type of a feeling. It's going to happen quick. It can happen as quickly as you want it. And those of you who still have a lot of resistance within, the fear about stepping into what you're supposed to be doing, the unhealed blocks, the unhealed pieces of self, this is a great time also to be working on those aspects so that you can manifest and step into what you want to be doing and create the life that you're desiring. So if you need tools or help with that, you can come to me for coaching. I know not everyone's at that place where you're like ready to just step into it, but many of you are. A good vast majority have done enough healing to be at that point where you can step in. Many of you, though, there's pieces that still need fine-tuning, so don't ignore that. Allow yourself to go into that, heal it, get to the bottom of it, get to the root of it, release those attachments, because that's what's going to set you up for a different type of success than what you have known. And it feels like really at the deepest level, deep fulfillment. It just feels really great. So what are we going to need to look out for? We're going to need to, they're saying, be patient with the process, because as rapid as the manifestations are, sometimes when we get really, really excited, we get ahead of ourselves and we expect it to happen like overnight. Now, the manifestations are going to be rapid, but they're saying it's a period of months that it's going to happen over. So don't, get all excited and then have your energy come crashing down, because when you do that, then you dip energetically and then your manifestations go like this. You got to keep your vibration up here. So that means feel excited, but keep it like you know, right here. Don't let it dip. It's coming. It's coming. This is the part of you that's like, it's coming. It's coming. I know it's coming. I believe. I hope. I wish. I know. I pray. I release it. Now I'm going to go focus on something else. So that's different than I'm excited. I'm excited. And then you go, oh, but this is never going to happen. Why is it taking so long? Oh, God, how is this ever going to happen? Da, 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 da. Then your energy goes way down. And then your manifestation, then you move further and further and further away from your manifestations. You feel excited and you keep the energy here. Like, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I'm going to go focus on something else. Da, da, da. Then you get closer and closer and closer to your manifestation. Okay, does that make sense? So that's just the laws of attraction, or the law of attraction. When we get into the eclipses of midpoint in the year, they're showing me advancement, like even more so. That means the next step on the ladder. That means there's much less, I feel like, of, for some of you, you'll be extricating and releasing things. But for a lot of you who take the forward strides early on in 2019, I feel like midpoint in the year, you're making another step in your advancement on the ascension ladder. So that means a new level of whatever you started earlier in the year. That means the next step with a potential lover. That's the next 6 months. So that's giving way to marriage proposals. And as I've been saying, much of 2018, the latter part, I've been saying divorces, karmic breakups. 2019, from July onward, we're seeing marriage proposals, unions, moving in together with your significant other, just the next level. It's advancement. For business, for mission, it's talking about you helping more people, you getting it out there more, you reaching a vaster audience. Travel, more expansion. And this is all dependent upon what you set up at the beginning of the year. This first 3 months of the year it's so important, so pivotal. What you're doing, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, that you're not focusing on the blocks, the resistance. It's going to set up your whole year, your entire year. So be sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, it doesn't have to be pushing things, like I said, or willing things at the outset of the year. This is just behind the scenes, doing it slowly, baby steps, thinking about it, loving it, immersing yourself in it. That's all that it's going to take to set up your year. Travel. They're saying travel, August, September. Okay. August, September, October, November, next year in 2019, traveling. People are traveling. They're meeting with their soul family, soul groups, retreats, broader horizons, expanding perceptions, pilgrimages, helping others, going mission trips, going to help others, trips of our dreams, the trip of a lifetime, they're saying, for some of you, that's coming. They're saying there's going to be logistical things to work out for that, like manifesting the money, who's going to take care of your pets, that comes in for me. You'll be really in your manifestation power, where you'll be able to manifest quickly around that. Okay. If you have the opportunity, if there's a desire in you to do this type of expansion, these types of trips, they're saying exotic places. Exotic is a big word here. Exotic places, beyond the norm, beyond where you normally go. Some of you are going to Hawaii. Some of you are going to Costa Rica. Some of you are going to like Bali, Asia. Some of you are going, to islands in the South Pacific. Some of you are going to Africa. These are the hot spots of places that I'm feeling. Okay. Hawaii. A lot of you are going to Hawaii, including myself. It's not even on my agenda, but they're just showing it to me right now. Very interesting. Okay, so that's huge. That's August, September, October, November, even December of next year. Okay, that's the whole second half of the year. That's what the eclipses are going to bring in. More expansion, more, more bigger. This year is about bigger, better, bigger, better, bigger, better. You will have tiny struggles. You will have small struggles. You will have things. The energy is still going to be intense because there's massive up leveling on the planet. But many of you that have been on this path, especially for the past few years, you have been on this path so that you can rise up and lead others at this time. Some of you are holding workshops in these exotic locations. You're organizing the retreats in these exotic locations. There's going to be more and more and more of this. Meeting your soul family, meeting your soul tribe, more collaboration, a lot of collaboration. And I had been seeing that for a while as coming. It's much less about, we've really had to learn how to put self first. We've had to learn how to be self-focused without being selfish, right? As empaths. So you're mastering that right now. That's what many of you are doing that. Okay, but then now you've got the inner reserves. What did that channel message from the archangels? This was from archangels Michael and Gabriel. They said, let's read that again. They said, tap into your reserve. Like wine that gets better with age, your gifts are ready to shine. Fill your glass so you can then pour for others. That's what you've all been doing. You have the wisdom and all that you need to set forth on your mission. Soon you will understand fulfillment in a new way, and your definition of love will shift too. This is about unconditional love. You have filled your cup. You are now ready to pour for others in a much bigger way. You have the reserve within you to give to others. You have the ability to be more unconditional with yourself. Hence, you can be more unconditional and expansive for others with others. This is huge. That's what's creating those travel, those trips, those expansion trips, that connecting with your soul group. Many of you leading your groups. You are leaders. Many of you light workers are leading in 2019, especially at the second half of 2019. Okay? Some of you are going to go on speaking trips, book tours, retreats, different things are coming through, but big things, bigger, better. That's the overall theme. So let's see. I always end the video. I go, okay, I'm going to end here. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, you should have said this. You should have told him this. So let me just sit with this for a minute. Let's see what else comes in. Let me pull a couple cards here and see. We're going to use my favorite little clarifier deck, Christina Georgieva's little deck here. You can find this at lilwander.com. And let's see what else. What am I missing? What am I missing? Independence. Wow. Okay, so independence. So it's self-sufficiency, freedom, sovereignty. This is about, what is this all? This is freedom to create whatever you want, freedom to travel, freedom to go, freedom to, and this feels like the lovers that you're pairing up with, the relationships, whether you're reuniting with your twin flame, there's going to be a lot more freedom, not like someone controlling you. You guys have let go of those karmic partners that are trying to control you. You are not trying to control others any longer either. So as a result, there's more freedom. The partners, our partners are going to be more supportive of us. They're going to allow us to expand. They're going to be expanding with us. It's going to give way to more freedom. Your independence, your financial stability, your self-sufficiency, your ability to create and manifest, that's huge. You're going to be feeling, this is going to be your head will be you in your own freedom. That's why it feels so good. Okay, so anywhere where there's been codependence, that is gone. You are releasing that. You have been releasing that. That's what the end of 2018 has been for. Congratulations, you have graduated. Now you get the rewards of freedom, okay, and of more supportive people, partners, people that are expanding are as free as you are. That's amazing. That's going to give way to more freedom. Okay, let's see what else they say. Void. So this is about empty, lonely, unfulfilled, lost, lack. Now, what did the angel say in my message? It said something about here. It said, this is just a reinforcing message, because it said, I'll read it again because these are such important messages that came through. It was about being single. If you are single, begin coupling with yourself. It says, this is how it is accomplished. We gave Kimberly the word accomplished for a reason. Listen to her message, for she is shining the light for many. Stop focusing on getting it done and enjoy your process. Remember, pairing is a process. Accomplishing is not something you set out to do. It's something that you realize once you reach the other side. You must unite with self first. You must fall in love with that process. You are never alone. Loneliness is a void. That's the archangels say that. Loneliness is you guys see that word? Hold on, let me see. Is a void. Okay? Loneliness is a void. And here's the void card. Can you guys see it? Okay. So loneliness is a void that only you can fill. Utilize your magic to create the fulfillment. That's what they're talking about. Your gifts, your magic, your manifestation power. What's in you, your reserves, that's what's going to fill that void, not anybody else, not anything else, just you, your gifts, your connection to your divinity, okay? And that's what's going to free you as well, okay? And one last card is retreat. So this is about self-care, self-love, contemplation, rest. And we're doing that right now. I believe that that's what we're doing right now. You're setting these things up behind the scenes. You're learning how to love yourself more. You're nurturing yourself better. All of you are really mastering this. And this is also retreat with others, taking time away to connect with your soul family, like later in 2019. Much of this is how you've done this and mastered this behind the scenes, is how you're able to give to others and give back to the world. Okay, so again, nothing really new that came up here, but just further clarification of the messages that I've already been talking about. Okay, so I hope that is helpful and that you are excited for the new year like I am. If anyone wants to work in session, you can again check out the website, theilluminedguru.com. I will see you all soon. I love you. Mwah. Bye.